problem with it one way or the other, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But they deserved the win, though, Huddersfield.
Oh, absolutely.
They certainly applied more pressure consistently, and they came back at Leeds every time that Leeds answered a question. And you've got to say that sort of resilience is pleasing to see for a side who've been bottom of the table for so much of the season.
Absolutely. And whilst Leeds are improving, they're still not winning. That's the problem. The last couple of weeks, you've said, Leeds look better. They look far better than they have done in recent weeks, but they're still not putting a tick in that W column.
I think there's a couple of reasons for that, and the reasons for that is we're rating the players that are performing for them on a different scale to what we would be rating the players that could perform for him normally. So Ash Hanley, we're saying, is playing really, really well because he's playing good and he's a kid.
Yeah.
Jordan Lilly, same applies for.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So when we see these improvements in Leeds, it's actually because the experienced players, like Burrow when he was playing in the halves, not now he's playing back at hooker, but when he was playing in the halves, Maguire when he came back in, and Ryan Hall early in the season, were so ineffective.
Yeah.
That they were so far down where you would expect them to be, whereas these kids have come in and been way more effective than those experienced players, but because they're young players, they're not going to be as consistent, but they'll still be more effective. So that's where we're seeing the upturn in what we're looking at on the field, but at the same time the results don't follow.
It doesn't help, I suppose, when you look at that Leeds three-quarter line and see how inexperienced it is, and then look to the one international that they've got left in that side, in Cal Watkins, and just see what an absolute mare he's been having for the last few weeks, particularly last Friday night as well, where I thought he was absolutely shocking for Leeds.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's going on with him, because you go back 18 months or a year on this podcast, and we were practically giving him reach-arounds and driving around to his house to tuck him in at night, weren't we? And now...
Well, I mean, look at some of the plays he pulled off in the grand final. I'm thinking like the long range try before half time, that was very crucial actually in the way the game worked out. And he didn't even have any enthusiasm.
No, that's what it is. You're right. It's enthusiasm.
When he got a bad pass, he threw his toys out a bit, and the players inside him throwing him it, and he shows no leadership qualities whatsoever.
Yeah,
that's disappointing, because he is now, what, I'm guessing, but 23, 24, maybe older? He's been around this side since about 2010, I would guess. Yeah,
and he should be, out of those lads in that back line, he should be the leader. He should be the one helping those younger kids.
Definitely.
Particularly with poor bloody Luke Briscoe outside him.
Yeah. But even Sutcliffe and Lilly,
they should all be getting the benefit of his experience as an England international.
But instead, he's being petulant and unenthusiastic. Yeah.
It's a strange change so markedly from this time last year.
Shall we
tell us about the stats?
Do the numbers?
Yeah.
Although Huddersfield weren't able to make ground as well as Leeds were, Leeds had a 1.7 metres per carry better gain. They did make more chances following 9 more offloads and had 8 breaks to 4 to earn 2 more tries. On top of that, they had a 3% better tackle success, 1 fewer penalty conceded and 6 fewer errors. Leeds' inability to keep hold of the ball in attacking position in the first half to make those extra 6 errors really damaged the chances of actually winning this one in the end.
So individually then, who stood out?
Jerry McGilvery, another one in your dream team that I'm sure...
He keeps bagging the tries, Mark.
Yeah, well, he got a try. He got Don Manfredi worthy levels of tackleballs here with 11, 196 metres and 3 clean breaks.
Kid's a beast.
Earl Crabtree with a try, 5 tackleballs, 127 metres. Gene Ormsby had a try in 126 metres and still baffles me. He runs like no winger has ever run before.
You can see him accelerating. For his try, you can actually see him get the ball, and then it's like the afterburner kicks in, so he sort of goes like that, doesn't he?
No.
He does. That's what I thought.
Well, he must really fucking start off slow, because he never gets up to any sort of top pace.
No, watch his try back, the one he scored on in the second half. His second, how many tries did he get? He got the one. His try, watch his try back. He gets that ball, and he's 15 or so metres out, isn't he?
But it was a walk-in.
But his acceleration now, he still accelerated. He had to get now. It wasn't a walk-in. He still had to accelerate to get there ahead of whoever the covering defender was, and get down quickly enough to get onto the try line. Because if he'd stayed upright and just ran it in as a walk-in, he'd have been taken out of play.
Fair enough.
So he did have to still finish it.
Some uncertainty on whether his loan will be extended at the moment. I'm guessing they'll want to, because they've been picking him ahead of keeping other people in the side like Jake Connor and stuff.
Yep.
Aaron Murphy, 2 try assists, 122 metres, 4 successful offloads.
He's a player I like as well.
For Leeds, Rob Burrow had a try assist, 161 metres. Jordan Lilly had a try, 116 metres, 2 clean breaks. Mitch Garbutt had another big game both ways, 42 tackles, 10 of which were marker tackles, 161 running metres, and we'll throw big Keith Galloway in there for 122 metres as well. So we've talked about all the young players and the absentees and stuff, but some of the more experienced players in this side have performed well there in the front row.
And that's what you'd expect.
And off the back of that, they're not creating chances. I guess that part of that is Sutcliffe didn't have a great game, Watkins didn't have a great game, and you didn't have your strike fullback, I guess.
I would say so. Okay, so feedback on this one, Diane LBW. A tense game again between these two, but in spite of their best attempts to lose it, Huddersfield came out on the right side of the scoreline at last. Tyler Casfan said, 2 sides working hard to improve their league positions, scrappy and lots of errors, but kept me entertained to the end. Dr. Bob Phillips.
I was a bit disappointed that there was a 2-score margin in this one by the end, because it felt like I wanted it to be, 1 score. That last try at the end, I wanted it to be the winning try, not the stealing try.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. But I felt on balance Huddersfield probably did.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Bob Phillips then, I have figured out the pattern. We won them in the first half of this, so we lose them in the second. So we have now 9 straight wins ahead of us.
They lost to they beat St Helens and Huddersfield. It's their 2 wins in the first
that's right,
half of the season.
And so now we've got 9 straight victories. It's a conspiracy, Bob.
We'll see.
RFL conspiracy. Also, Lily. He quite likes Jordan Lilly.
I can see why.
Yeah, absolutely. Colin Render, bet this was a great game to watch as a neutral. It certainly was. Nerve-wracking as the Rhinos or a Giants fan. Once again, some great attack on show from both teams, but this time there was also great defence. Rich Wilkinson got in touch. Leeds rode their luck big time. Some of the lads were great in defeat, but others didn't turn up. Watkins was shit. Has there ever been a player go backwards in form and ability so drastically? Send him to Fev on dual reg. But they wouldn't want him. If he's mentally not up to it, Leeds have a duty of care not to play him. Wow.
Yeah, that picks up on some of the things we mentioned. Rich actually sent us a sort of a long form piece off the back of this on Facebook, really digging into Watkins, and not because he doesn't like him, but because he wants him to be the player he can be.
Yeah.
And I think Rich's points kind of cover the themes we've said, but down on Watkins.
Another one in from Carl Render. He said Leeds might not be winning, but I'm positive about the long-term future with plenty of youngsters coming through. All the backline and the bench don't have experience, yes, but they are learning a lot and gaining that experience in the next few years will hopefully come to fruition. Cutthroat Jake, what a star Lily is. Shame about the rest of the team. They couldn't catch a cold. We were at 6s and 7s with everyone getting under each other's feet. Last week before the injury, Hardacre could be seen marshalling people on the field. This week we had no one. Is it wrong to be looking forward to visiting grounds like Batley and Lee in the middle eights? You might even get a trip to Odsall.
Might be optimistic that Batley make it. They're out of the 4 now, aren't they?
Well, yeah, true. Brian Davies thought JJB summed up the approach Leeds are taking, which is the correct one: patience and transition to a new team. They will come good, just probably not this season. They could easily win their last 5 or 6 matches before the split as injured players return. See world-class Watkins stood out again. Al Witt says, I'm only 31, but I aged while watching the Giants. Blood pressure can't be good either. Ground out a win against a weakened Leeds team, but a win is a win. Hopefully this will build confidence. Some strong individual performances just need to click as a team. Come on, you Giants. BJKD said, JJB at the touch screen, do Sky do subtitles?
Did you see he sent us a follow-up tweet?
No, go on.
Which was sort of an imitation of what JJB's.
Oh yeah, was that what that gibberish was?
And it came up on the thing as translate from Indonesian.
Fucking hell.
The thing that gets me with Bernard is he tweets us way out of sync with when the games are on. So he makes a comment, and I'm like, what are you referring back to?
Maybe he works funny hours.
4 days ago when they were talking about this on Sky, and I'm like, mate, I can't remember what these.
The thing is, I'd be doing that if I was contributing, because I was watching Leeds on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
So it's a nightmare having to stay off social media, because I knew that I wouldn't see.
Oh, whatever.
No, it is a nightmare. I don't want to see. I don't want to see.
You don't want to see the results?
I don't want to see the results. No, so
It's a nightmare for me because I have to manage the entire fucking presence of the show on social media.
Only for 2 days. All it is putting up the thing. I don't like seeing the scores, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay, Dom Hodgson.
This is a good one.
No good comeback story starts with, we were second from bottom, and then, no, we need to get to the bottom and film a training montage with Hardacre training the young ones the art of catching the fucking ball and Lily teaching him how to kick without looking like a bellend. The montage ends with Sinfield bursting in the changing room saying, "You mean shit, lads, I'm back, let's win this thing," as the South Standers sing Marching On Together in the background. I may have been drinking whilst writing this. It's one of my favourite pieces of feedback. I enjoyed reading that I was looking forward to reading it out as well.
We should mention, I suppose, we didn't include it in the news story because it wasn't really necessarily rugby league news, but Kevin Sinfield's
retired from all forms of the game.
Yeah. All forms of sport, I suppose.
Yeah, you would assume so.
It's not the game, it's a different game.
All forms of the game.
It's a different game.
All forms of rugby?
Yeah, I'll let you have that.
Fucking hell. It's not going to take up fucking...
But anyway,
it's not taking up fucking squash, is he, Mark?
That's a serious career the guy's had.
It is.
So we congratulated on him last year, and
we did.
That's all that mattered, what happened last year.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens to him next, though. Interesting to see what role he might find inside the sport or out.
Yes, indeed. Mark W. then. Much better from us, but still not perfect. Scrappy at times and not overly quick in attack, but think this will improve a lot when Ellis is back. What is better at 9? Brough outstanding again. Could you McGilvray for England? Perhaps not for England. Certainly McGilvray, perhaps not for Joe.
Cudjoe's playing really well. That's why I put him in my side. I actually think he's been the better player than McGilvray overall this year, consistency-wise.
Yeah, true.
McGilvray's in great form at the moment.
Yeah.
Cudjoe is getting away with some forward passes like the basketball pass in this one to set up stuff.
Well, yeah.
But, you know.
But then if Cal Watkins is out of form, we're going to be looking for a right centre, aren't we? So, maybe so.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Maybe so. Okay.
Cudjoe, there's always question marks about the consistency of his application and his defensive play, but then Watkins gets away with being a crap defender.
Yeah.
So you know, I think Cudjoe's name.
But he's been a crap defender in a great side, hasn't he? That's the thing. So
Cudjoe's name deserves to be in the reckoning.
Probably right.
McGilvray. The only issue McGilvry's got to face up to is a fully fit Tom Manfredi, and then both playing on the same right wing spot. But you know, maybe you could put one of them on the left and see which one of them's more willing to do that job.
Yeah.
Because Hall hasn't been playing well, and no one else has either.
Exactly. Right, Salford took on Hull KR then, and were 46 points to 26 winners down at the AJ Bell mark.
Yeah, I didn't catch any highlights of this because when I went looking for them yesterday, they weren't there yet.
Couldn't find them on the website. No.
I'm not sure if they're there now, but I haven't gone looking again. But I listened to parts of it on the radio, and it really sounded like Hull KR were just waiting to give it away. Salford. Salford didn't play that well from what it sounded like, but they've scored 46 points, so they must have played better than it seemed they were playing. But it always felt like Hull KR were in more of a chance of this game than they ended up being. I think the back end after Logan Tompkins came back out of the sin bin, that saw Salford through, and Hull KR. Then a couple of late ones padded on the sort of scoreline, but at half time it was legitimately in the balance. And when what's his face Logan went off to the sin bin, and Thomas Min scored a try that got it back to I think an 8-point gap or a 4-point gap or something, and then Salford went and scored pretty much on the next set, and that kind of saw to that.
I see.
It seemed to me. Yeah. But obviously, like I say, I followed it on the radio in bits and pieces.
Yeah, I was listening to the Bulls at this point, so...
Yeah. On Saturday? Oh, yeah. No, you play on Sunday.
Oh, sorry, not this one. I'm thinking of Castleford. And you all wasn't listening to anything else on the radio, is what I mean, on Sunday. Of course, they played on Saturday, didn't they? Yeah,
and the stats indicate that Salford were able to execute their chances better. 8 breaks to 3 and 8 tries to 5. They also defended better with a 3% tackle success, showing that. They did this despite making 3 more errors and seeing a man in the sin bin.
So, individually, who stood out then?
Well, Junior Sow, one of the Bushwhackers, was it the Bushwhackers?
Yes, yeah, one of the Bushwhackers. That was a great pick that
Wally Frogmore.
that Matt put together for us as well.
I might put it on the show instead of the logo.